If you had told me 10 years ago, when we set out to make Remembering Elephants, that we'd still be going a decade later, I would not have believed you. And yet here we are, having sold, through support on Kickstarter, more than 54,000 books worldwide and distributed more than £1.2 million. I'm so proud of what Remembering Wildlife has achieved and grateful to everyone who has made this success possible. But let's be frank, we've barely touched the surface of all that needs to be done. And now, as we seem to be entering a new era of political uncertainty, with much needed conservation funds drying up from traditional sources, our support is needed now more than ever. "2025 will see the launch of 10 Years of Remembering Wildlife, which will be a book celebrating some of the best images from all of our previous books in the series, along with new images of those species, but with a new and special focus on pangolins. I've been quite open in the reasons for doing this book this way. Firstly, although I believe pangolins deserve their story to be told almost more than any other species, I am aware that many of the general public do not know what pangolins are in the way they do lions or leopards, for example. I have also, over the years, been encouraged by many to do a multiple species book, and I think this is a great way to do just that, to include the best images from previous books, seek new images celebrating all of the species that we have covered so far, and then use that as a way to sell a book on pangolins that will widen the general public's awareness of this most enigmatic and deserving of species. So what are pangolins? Pangolins are mammals uniquely covered in tough, overlapping scales. They eat ants and termites using an incredibly long, sticky tongue, and are able to quickly roll themselves up into a tight ball when they feel threatened. But while in evolutionary terms, rolling up into a ball has served them well against predators such as large cats, it leaves them defenceless when it comes to poachers, or even the ever-growing number of electric fences. 8 different pangolin species can be found across Asia and Africa, with 4 species found in each. These solitary mammals are mostly nocturnal and so highly secretive that it has been difficult to study them in the wild. Experts genuinely don't even know how many there are, just how many are seized from the illegal trade. It is estimated that in just 10 years, more than 1 million pangolins have been traded illegally at the international level, which makes them the most trafficked wild mammals in the world. Pangolins are hunted for food, for use in traditional medicine and as fashion accessories, and for an illegal international trade in scales, skins and meat. The demand for nearly all of their body parts, principally from China, is drastically driving down their numbers throughout Southeast Asia and also Africa. Rapid loss and deterioration of available habitat places further added pressure on the dwindling numbers of remaining pangolins. Personally, despite all my years in the bush, I have never seen a pangolin in the wild. But I was lucky enough to spend time with 2 pangolins rescued from the trade while visiting the Kalahari Wildlife Project recently, where I got to help weigh and walk them. And I was utterly entranced by their unique personalities and just wish everyone had the chance to get to know them in this way. I truly believe if more people were aware of just how special these animals are, a lot more would be done to end their terrible persecution. I'm delighted to say that the photographic community agree, and once again, whether through new images of pangolins, or with their permission to use images from previous books, or even from the response to our competition for places, which has had more entries than any of our other contests, photographers are lining up to help us. At a planned 200 pages, this will be our biggest, and dare I say, our most beautiful book yet. But we can't do it without your support. So I'm asking for your help once again. Please support our Kickstarter now. Enable us to tell the story of pangolins to the wider world. Help us to help them. Thank you.